Say Selenium class 32, TestNG framework in Selenium or TestNG framework for Selenium, part 3. See, so far we discussed 3 topics. Fourth topic, incomplete. See, yet to discuss. Fourth one, executing multiple programs, or you can say classes, Java classes, using XML. It is incomplete. In the last class, okay Mita, in the last class I explained how to create XML. Today once again we will discuss XML and create classes and execute multiple programs or classes. Next, grouping. See, prioritizing classes is different, grouping classes is different. You can get more clarity after discussing grouping test cases. Next, parallel test execution. Parallel testing and data driven testing also there. We will discuss it tomorrow. Okay. First, fourth one, executing multiple programs. Ahalya, in the last class we discussed. Tell me tags in XML file. Tell me the skeleton of XML. Here XML for executing multiple programs, or you can say classes. Continue Ahalya. Tell me the XML file skeleton.
Sir,
Test suite. No, tag name is just suite.
Suite, yes sir.
See symbol, less than symbol, just suite, small letters. Next parameter, name equal to generic suite name. Here you can use any meaningful name. It won't affect on classes execution. Close the no, this is opening tag only. This is first tag. Suite tag is first tag, main tag. Next.
Sir, next class name, sir.
Class name. Okay. Ravindra, continue. Suite tag. Then we have 4 tags in this XML.
Suite name, test name, sir.
Good. Test. Tag name test, name parameter. Test. Name equal to, within double quotes, test name. This is opening tag only. Next, third tag. Continue, Ravindra. Third tag.
Classes, sir.
Classes. Good. Classes. Open tag. Next, classes. Close tag. Classes. Next, in between, you can enter multiple classes. That is class tag, class parameter name equals to, syntax is package, project name not required, package dot class name, next, close the tag. This is, if you have multiple tags, package dot class 1 name, next class name, package dot class 2 name, like that. For example, observe, suppose this is first class. Suppose if you have multiple classes mandatory, otherwise no need of XML. Say like this. Okay, na Ahalya, I think Supriya can guide me. Supriya, in the last class we discussed navigation, navigation, and we created also. Tell me the navigation to create XML file in TestNG. Supriya. Navigation to create XML file in not TestNG, in Eclipse, I think. Okay. Okay. I will explain the navigation, and later you need to guide me. Observe the navigation. See, first in Eclipse IDE, select base state Eclipse IDE. All of you put mute. See, base state Eclipse IDE. In Eclipse IDE, just a minute. In Eclipse IDE, select Java project or package, Java project or package. Next, right click, next, new, next, others, next, continuation, enter TestNG, next, select TestNG class, select TestNG class, next, continuation, enter source and package name. If already populated, leave them, otherwise enter source and package names. Next, enter XML file name. Entering class name optional. Enter XML file name. Next, finish. See, this is the navigation for creating XML in Eclipse. Guide me, Supriya. Guide me. Create XML.
Select Java project.
Select Java project or package. Suppose I'm selecting ABCD and right click. New. Continue.
Others. Enter TestNG.
Select TestNG class. Here class name, it is showing new class, a new test. Otherwise you can change the class. Suppose class 1 XML file name. Suppose priya.xml.
Then finish.
Good. Okay. One class also created. If you don't want this class, you can delete it. Otherwise, if you want more classes, you can create class 2, class 3, class 4, like that. Okay. First go to XML file. See this encoding, this is optional. Next, parallel false means this is default only. It will execute continuously. Next, suppose this version also not required. Observe suit. Say for example e-commerce. Next, for example sanity tests. Next, suppose class 1. I'm going to create one more class also. Before creating, I'm entering this one, class 2, class 3. You can create multiple. Next, classes. Observer Ravindra, is it okay or any changes required?
We need to create class 2, sir.
Pardon?
We need to create a class 2.
Class
Okay,
2 okay, but in this XML any changes required? Is it enough?
I think it's enough, sir.
Enough. Okay. Now class 1. Okay. Let you plan for class 2 also. Suppose class 2. Finish. Okay. First go to class 1. Suppose test annotation. Just a minute. No main method. Observe Priya. I'm going to use some dummy test cases in order to explain the concept. You can use TestNG assertion methods for verification, but I am going to use Java conditional statements, just dummy cases. You can use assertion methods of TestNG also. Suppose I want test flow. Observe Supriya.
Yes, sir.
Test execution test execution flow. I am going to create two classes. In the first class, login. This is before class. Next, add vendor. Next, add product. Just I am going to create dummy classes in order to explain the concept. Next,
Okay,
add currency. Next, log out. Next, again in second class, login. For example, same login. Next, delete vendor. Next, delete product. Next, delete currency. Next, log out. Observe Ravindra, this is the test execution flow. In first class, 3 test cases. Login is precondition, log out is post condition. In second class, same 3 test cases. Login precondition, log out post condition. Application is same. So I think login and log out are similar for class 1 and class 2, but I created later. I will use before test, after test annotations also. First create class 1, then class 2. Okay. suppose class 1. Suppose just I'm going to create dummy test cases. You can use any application also. Observe Ravindra. Suppose public void for example login open curly braces close just syso control space enter just a minute. For example login successful, just one dummy case. Next log out suppose log out successful. Next add vendor you can use real cases also. Just concept purpose I am using just dummy cases. Just try to understand the TestNG annotations. Next just a minute, add vendor, add product. I'm not using else part also, just understand the concept, then you can use real test cases. Add product successful, add vendor successful. Next for example add currency successful, add currency successful. Observe here total how many cases. I used
5, sir.
5 test annotation for login and log out also. If you want to see, it won't execute as per the code sequence, it will execute as per alphabetical order, but our required flow is first login, then add vendor, then add product, then add currency, at the end log out. So use priority. Suppose I am going to use priority attribute. You can use observe Ahalya. You try with depends on methods also. Test first one priority 1, second one 5, next third one 2, add vendor 2, just a minute, here at the rate test priority 3. Just a minute. Next for add currency priority 4. Okay, observe Ahalya, how many test cases Ahalya in this class or program?
Sir, 5, sir.
5. Okay, try to run the program. It will execute as per priority process. See, okay, dummy cases here, no launching anything. Observe Ravindra, login, add vendor, add product, add currency, log out, isn't it? Next
Yes, sir.
Suppose for all earlier we used before method, after method, before class, after class, before method for end-to-end scenarios. Suppose in this program some 10 test cases are available for all tests. Login is precondition, logout is post condition. For every test case, end-to-end scenarios required. That time you can use before method or after method. Now, now Ahalya, try to use before class and after class methods, after class test annotations for this program. Ahalya not responding.
Yes, sir.
Respond.
So before class,
Try to
yeah.
use before class and after class annotations for this program. You can easily guess. Login is precondition for
Before,
all test
yes.
cases. Logout is post condition. So
So
remove this
before class,
priority.
yes,
Here
sir.
use
Before class.
before class. Import the annotation. Just a minute. Oh, you need to remove this
Take
test.
out the test, sir. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Both are annotations. Now import this from TestNG annotations. Next, after test. After test. Import the annotation, one time activity. Next, you can leave 2, 3, 4, otherwise meaningful 1, 2, 3. This time login. Next, add vendor, add product. Next, add currency. At the end, close, log out. Okay.
Log out is after class or after test?
Sorry,
After
after
class,
class only. In this scenario, after class only. Good. After class. Import the after class. Okay. Now, what is the execution flow, Supriya? Tell me. Here, 3 test cases.
Yeah, first login,
Login,
then it's gonna go to add vendor,
add product, add currency.
yeah,
Next, last
then
one,
last logout.
log out.
Logout.
Run the TestNG program. Just a minute. What is the console? 3. Observe. Here 3 only passed na. Let
Yes,
our
sir.
Java result observe. Login, add vendor, add product, add currency, log out. Okay na?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I am going to create one more class. Observe. Observe Ahalya. I am going to create one more class. Suppose this is class 1. Class 1. Suppose next class 2. Class 2. Just a minute. I'm just copying this one. My class 2. First login, okay. Next log out, okay. Next delete vendor. Just a minute. Delete vendor. Sanity tests. Delete vendor. Next delete product. Delete product. This last one not required. Observe. delete vendor, delete product, delete currency. Just a minute. Delete currency. Now we used before class, after class for second class also. Now tell me, Ahalya, what is the test execution flow? If I am going to use, if I am going to execute these multiple classes at a time. At a time means continuously. What is the test execution flow?
Sir, like it's going to be priority 1 as per the priority 1, 2, 3 as per the priority.
Not catching,
sir.
first of all. Can you tell me, Supriya, what is the
Yeah. So,
sequence of test? What is the test flow?
first login.
Login.
First login. Then add vendor, add
vendor.
currency, add product. Then delete vendor, delete product.
Just a minute. You stop, Ahalya. Continue, Supriya. First, from the beginning, add first login,
First
add
it will
vendor,
go to login.
add vendor,
Add product, I
add
think.
product,
Yeah, add
add
product.
currency.
Yes, sir. Then it will go to the
Log out. In this class, we used before class, after class, class level, precondition and post condition. See, observe. Login, add vendor, add product, add currency, log out. Then it will go to second class. In the second class, again login. Next,
same.
delete vendor,
Delete
delete
vendor,
product, delete
product,
currency.
delete currency.
That is the sequence. Observe, just a minute. You select the XML and run the XML. Observe Ravindra. How many cases, Ravindra? E-commerce suit. In this console, you can observe this suit name. How many tests?
6, sir.
6. The class 1, 3, class 2, 3. 6. Observe Ravindra.
Yes, sir.
Login. Next, add, log out. Next, again, login.
Login.
Delete, again, log out. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Next, just a minute. First, let me copy it. Next, I will change the annotation. Change the annotation. What is the test flow we discussed? Login, log out. Okay, correct. Next, observe Ahalya. My required test flow is test execution. Text execution flow. First, just a minute. I can copy it. Suppose, just assume login, log out similar. That time 2 times not required. Remove this one. See here, 2 or more classes available, but common precondition and post condition. Then change the annotations, Ahalya.
Sir, at the rate of test, before test.
Before test. Before class.
I mean, class.
Instead of before class.
Instead of before class, we use before suit, sir.
Before test.
Before test.
Before test. Means multiple classes. Import before test. Next, after test. This is first class. Next, class 2. Any changes, Ravindra, class 2?
No,
You remove the before class. Why
remove the before class, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yeah,
remove this
we
one.
don't need that before and after. Yes.
Just test cases enough for remaining classes. Suppose if
Correct, sir.
common prerequisite or precondition and postcondition, then mention in the class 1 enough. Why execution starts from class 1? It is enough. Second class onwards, you just write the main test cases. Observe, Priya. Any confusion, Priya?
So, sir, so, uh, like
This
you
time it
continue,
will
sir.
log.
Just a minute. Just a
Yeah,
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me complete.
I
Complete.
will ask after the run, after the execution.
Pardon?
I'm gonna ask after the execution, sir. You
Okay.
continue.
You continue, Ravindra.
Saying that this time it's only one login, one logout since we
Yes,
are
one
using
login, one log
after
out. First
before test.
login in the first class. Then add
Yeah, then it
vendor,
will run
add
second
product,
class.
add currency. Then it will continue. Delete vendor, delete product, delete currency. Next, again marking come to this one, class 1. Here end of the test log out. If 2 classes or 10 classes. Oh, select XML, run the XML suite, TestNG suite. See 6. Observe, Priya. Login. Add,
Yes, sir.
add. Next, no log out. Observe.
Yes, sir.
Next, no log out. Delete. Log out. Say common precondition and postcondition for group of programs or classes. That time we need to use before test and after test annotations. Suppose class wise pre and post conditions. That time before class, after class. Suppose test case wise before method, after method. Suppose all are end to end scenarios. Okay, na Ahalya, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay, and one more thing, if you have any plans or ideas, just implement, and if you get queries, mail me. See, this is the main scenario. I think Amita in mute. Ravindra, is it okay?
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Just a minute. This is about executing. Okay, Amita. This is about executing multiple classes or programs using XML. Next one, small concept, grouping test cases. See, test execution levels in manual testing. Test execution levels. See, if it is manual testing, manually we execute cases one by one. For every test case execution, user interaction is mandatory, but if it is automation, you just select test cases, it will execute, tool will execute multiple times, no without user interaction. User interaction is optional. Can you tell me, Supriya, what are the levels of test execution in manual testing? I think in the first class I mentioned test execution levels. Continue, Ahalya. Test execution levels, not test levels. Test levels means unit testing, next integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. That is different. Here test execution levels in manual testing or general software test process. After creating the
Sir,
test cases and collecting test data, after
yes, sir.
forming test batches, what are the okay, after forming batches and verifying test environment setup, then what is the first level of execution?
Sir, we check for the entry criteria, sir.
Before execution, you check the entry criteria. Okay. I am
Application
not
under
asking
test.
entry criteria or exit criteria.
AUT application under test, whether it's related to testing the environment.
I am not asking entry criteria or exit criteria. What is the first level of, okay, after checking the entry criteria, after forming test batches, after, okay, Amita, after verifying test environment setup, what is the first level of test execution?
It have to pass sanity testing.
Sanity testing. Ravindra,
Smoke test, sir.
smoke testing. Say it is controversy concept. Don't confuse. Some are saying smoke and sanity both are same, but difference is there. Okay, we need to follow standards, ISO, IEEE, etc. As per industry standards, smoke and sanity different. What is the smoke test? Smoke testing, verifying whether the software build, verifying whether the initial software build is acceptable or not by executing basic functionality tests like login, etc. Initial build. Next, after accepting the build, comprehensive testing. Already explained in first class. First class means TestNG first class. Comprehensive testing means complete testing, executing all possible test cases. Observe, smoke testing purpose, not defect reporting or finding defects. Accepting the build, verifying whether the initial build is acceptable or not by executing basic functionality test cases. Second one, comprehensive testing purpose, finding defects, reporting defects, and tracking defects. Next, during comprehensive testing, we report defects and we track defects after fixing. Then select test cases for regression testing cycle 1. Before executing regression tests, sanity testing as like similar to smoke. Here sanity means it is also build verification test only, but on modified build. Smoke on initial build, first build. Sanity multiple times on modified builds. See, observe, sanity test, verifying whether the build is acceptable or not, verifying whether the modified build is acceptable or not by executing basic functionality tests. See, smoke testing, or you can say build verification testing, but widely using term is smoke. Next, build acceptance testing, etc. Names available. Next, comprehend after accepting the build, comprehensive. These are levels of test execution. Comprehensive testing. During comprehensive testing, we report defects. After fixing defects, we track defects and we select cases for and regression testing. Before conducting regression cycle 1, sanity testing. Sanity testing. Here also you can say sanity testing, build verification testing, or build acceptance testing, etc. Here observe Ravindra, only difference between smoke testing and sanity testing. We conduct smoke testing on initial build, first build, sanity testing on modified builds, first modified build, second modified build, third modified build, up to final regression. Getting any confusion, Ravindra?
No, sir, I'm clear.
Okay. Next, regression, cycle 1, cycle 2 like this, called as general regression. General regression testing. Here you can find cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4. Depends on complexity of the application and strength of the development team. Depends on project, no, not fixed. Okay. Next, after getting one conclusion. Final regression. Here we execute high defect density areas again. This is only once. Final regression. Okay, here suppose cycle 1, 2, 3, like that. Final regression. Okay, na Ahalya, observe levels of test execution.
Yes, sir.
Here different levels are there na, smoke, comprehensive, sanity, regression. Which one is lengthy? Regression na?
Yes, sir.
Regression, cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, like that. Okay. Now come to mainstream. Observe Supriya. First I will explain grouping test cases.
sir.
Under grouping test cases. Under grouping test cases, first I will explain XML. Here also XML required. Here also you can use one or more classes. I will show one class. You can use two or more classes. You practice. No issues. XML file for grouping. XML file for grouping classes. Observe Supriya, then you need to guide me. Here also
Okay,
suit tag. Suit. Parameter name only. Suppose suit name. You can use any meaningful name. Suit name. Close. Open tag only. Open tag. Next. Test. Test name equal to within double quotes test name. This is generic. Okay. Next, extra tags. Observe Ravindra. Earlier classes class enough na, but here two extra
Yes, sir.
tags, three extra tags. Groups, run single. Groups, run include. Observe. Groups, open tag. Next, groups, close tag. Okay. Next, run tag. Run means execution. Run, open, close. Run, open, close. Okay. Next, in between, include tag. Include, here parameter name equals to, here enter group. Group name. Suppose sanity or regression, etc. Group tag. Group name. Close the tag. Okay. Next, after run, again classes same. Classes. Classes, just a minute. Classes. Okay. Between, suppose I am going to use one class, you can use multiple classes also. Class name equals to package dot class name. Package dot class name, close tag. This is the XML. This is the XML. Observe Ahalya. In the previous XML for executing multiple tests, we have 4 tags na.
Yes, sir.
What are the four tags? Forget about, consider open and close as single tag. Suppose suit tag.
Yes, sir.
Next,
We have suit. We have a test
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 tag, test name
class.
parameter.
Yes, sir.
Classes
Cla-
tag.
Classes tag. Yes,
Next,
sir.
class
Classes.
tag. Okay,
Yeah.
na?
Classes. Yes, sir.
Next, these four are similar. Just a minute. Okay. In the second file, grouping. Second file, suit test classes class in between two more, three more tags. What are they?
So they are this
Groups. Groups.
groups run.
Good. Groups. Next, run.
Run.
One more.
Group's name.
Mm, Ravindra.
Include, sir.
Include. Name is
Include.
parameter. Forget about name. Okay, Amita. See, these three added in this XML, but basic skeleton common. Okay. First I will explain class, then this one XML. All of you put mute. Observe. Create a class, new, suppose class 3, finish class 3. Observe Ravindra, observe XML. We will create later XML file. Okay, before that, observe class. You can create multiple classes also. Within those, within classes tag, you can enter. Okay, observe annotations at the rate test. At the rate test, see, observe public, public void login, open and close parenthesis, and curly, open curly braces. For example, SYSO control space enter, login successful, dummy case, login successful. Import test annotation. This is new class. Okay. Next, for example, login. Okay. Next, log out. What about log out? Before here in this program, no sequence required. No sequence required. You can create any test. Okay. Just log out. Log out. Suppose log out successful. Next, for example, search, advanced search, prepaid recharge, and bill payments. Example. See, one is search, SEARCH. Suppose search, search is successful. Next, advanced search. Suppose advanced search is successful. Advanced search is successful. Next, bill payments. This is one test case. Bill payments. For example, bill payments. Bill payment is successful. Next, for example, prepaid recharge. Suppose online banking. Prepaid recharge. Just a minute. Prepaid recharge is successful. Now observe, Ravindra. Login is precondition. Login is precondition. Logout is post condition. Okay, na?
Yes, sir, but we didn't create logout.
You didn't get
We didn't create logout one, sir.
login. Okay. I remove now this one. Okay, cool. Suppose log out successful. Okay. Suppose
Yes, sir.
these are common. Observe, test annotation is there na. We have 4 main test cases. Observe Ahalya, 4 main test cases. Search test case only for sanity. I think example. Search only for sanity. Observe. Here groups, that is when annotation, groups, GROUPS. Yes, test. Yes, Amita, I forgot that one. Yes, we need to write test annotation for every test case. Every method here test case. Okay, Amita, good. Observe Ahalya. Groups is one attribute as like priority, always run, depends on methods, etc. These 4 is enough for your Selenium testing. See, TestNG have several annotations and methods, but you no need annotations and attributes, but you no need to learn all. You no need to learn entire TestNG or JUnit. Just required. I am introducing required concepts. If whenever rare situation is there, you need to use rare annotations or attributes, then you can get help from TestNG. Okay. Here groups equal to, observe the syntax, Ravindra. Curly braces. Suppose I am going to create 2 groups, Ravindra. One is sanity, another is regression. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Suppose within curly braces, double quotes, sanity. It is one group name.
Group name.
Suppose this search only for sanity, not for other groups. For example, okay, priority equal to, okay, later we will give priority for this one. Priority attribute. See, attribute, groups attribute, comma attribute. Okay. Next, advanced search. Observe Supriya. advanced search for regression suit. Suppose we have two types of suits. This is for regression. And one more thing, some test cases common for both groups, sanity as well as regression. For example, prepaid sanity as well as regression. Prepaid sanity as well as regression. Just a minute. Groups. Prepaid. Sanity. Just a minute. Sanity after curly braces. Not after curly braces, before curly braces. Just a minute, mouse not functioning properly. Comma, regression. Regression. Next, this one only for regression, I think. Just a minute. Regression. Whenever common pre and post conditions are there, you can use it. Otherwise, you can create separate classes. Separate classes. For example, login. Where is the login? Priority I will give. Where is the login? This one. Login. Suppose login required for both groups equal to guide me Supriya. Login and logout required for both the groups, sanity and regression. Guide me the syntax.
Yes, sanity, open parenthesis,
Open curly braces, open double quotes. Suppose sanity after close curly braces after close this one double quotes comma again open double quotes another group regression,
then after double quotes close
curly braces comma
priority. Yes, logins one, sir.
Here we are not using before class or after class, so give priority. Priority equals to 1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, for logout also same. Logout also both the groups. Priority, I think sixth maybe. One, I think. Priority 6. Are you suppose if you enter 10, what will happen, Ahalya? Nothing na. 10 is highest na.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can give 10 also, but give meaningful readability important. Next, suppose search. The search only for sanity. Suppose search 2.
2, sir.
Next, this advanced search only for regression.
2
already there. 3. Next, this just a minute. This bill payment only for regression. Next,
sir,
just a minute. Prepaid recharge for both sanity and regression. Continue, Ahalya. Tell me.
Sir, I didn't understand. How did you give priority numbers, sir? Like as per
priority as per our functional flow. Suppose I want to execute login first, then search second. Here, dummy cases. As per your functionality flow, you can give priorities. What is the problem?
No, I meant to say, sir, like you have used group attribute and that you have
for search advanced search bill payments. But I gave one priority. But as per your application business flow, you can give priorities.
Okay, so sir, after giving priorities, it will execute as per the priority numbers only, no, sir.
as per the priority. See, we will provide group name in that group as per priority.
Okay.
Just a
Okay,
minute.
so okay.
After the execution, observe. You if you have any ideas, implement. Don't drag. Class name. Okay. Next, XML file. XML file. Guide me, Ahalya, XML file. XML. Already we discussed navigation.
Yes, sir.
Common navigation,
Yes.
that one. Now
Suit name.
I want to create, the skeleton.
Yes, the suit name.
Just a minute. First, select the package. Next, new, others. Next, test
Test. Then yeah.
ng. Select TestNG class. What is our class? Here we created the class na.
Class 3.java.
Class 3. Suppose ahalya.xml. Observe. What is the problem? Class 3 Java. Yes, overwrite. The file Selenium test Java has been changed in the file system. Yes. Oh, hit one. Overwrite.
Oh,
Straight.
Everything is
has gone.
have to be right again.
Otherwise, I can leave that one. Okay. First, that's why, Ravindra, first you create XML na.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if I don't select overwrite, okay. Now you can guide me, Ravindra. I created 6 test cases now. Just guide me. Suppose first one,
Login.
public
Public void login.
void login open
Sir,
bracket.
can't we do undo
Pardon, undo. Control Z.
in the edit? Yeah.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Good. Who is telling?
Supriya, sir.
Okay, I forgot that one. In TestNG also, operating system commands working. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose just
Control copy and paste.
yes. Just okay. Already there now. Okay, we will try. Here also class 3 only na.
Yes, sir. Just we need to include the include name.
Already name is there. Class 3 only na. This
That is only class name, na sir.
class
And
3.
group.
We
Yes.
have
We need
Groups.
to include. We need
yes.
to enter some more tags also. Observe.
The
Those
groups and
classes.
run.
Just groups. Continue, Ahalya. Groups, open
Group,
tag.
open tag. Yes, sir. And
Next,
then in that
in
run,
between,
run after.
run.
Yes, sir.
It will provide the guidance. Run. Enter. Next, include.
And include. You include the name.
Include. Suppose parameter name equal to within double quotes. Observe. Suppose sanity. I'm going to execute sanity in that group of classes or single class. Next, forward slash close
Yes, sir.
this one. Enough na?
Yes, sir.
Try to run the program. TestNG suite. Observe Ahalya. How many cases executed, Ahalya?
4, sir.
Before that, you get one conclusion. Suppose grouping test cases. First, I will copy that class file. Already copied, na? Just a minute. This is class file. Next, XML file. Just a minute. XML file.
So that means, sir, in include name, whatever group name we include, that
That will be executed.
Okay, if I put regression, all the regression,
Yes,
whatever
regression.
group.
Next time you can change. Suppose after 4 or 5 days, same same project. If you want to execute regression test, you just change that include name equal to regression. Then it will execute regression tests only.
Okay, okay, sir.
Just a minute. In this group.
Sir, this XML is only for the grouping test cases.
Yes.
Okay.
Earlier XML is different. Here we added some tags na.
Some extra, yes.
Extra tags. Earlier
Yes,
basic skeleton is enough. Basic skeleton. Here basic skeleton available already. Suit test classes class basic. For earlier for previous example basic enough, but this we added someone. Okay na? In this group.
XML is, sir, I have a question.
Ah.
Sir, XML is basically used when we want to execute multiple classes at the same time. That is the main purpose of XML. Right?
Not main purpose. Here so many uses of XML. That is primary purpose only. That is one purpose.
Yes, one purpose, and I mean with that purpose we can include multiple annotations and attributes, right?
Where in XML file no attribute concept.
No, sir, not in that
concept.
The classes that are
in the classes you can create.
Yes, sir.
Observation in grouping XML. Tell me the groups. First, sanity group. Sanity group. Next, regression group. Regression group. Otherwise, you can create two different groups. But this is one facility. Observer, this one, Sean. This one. How many cases are there for sanity in this program? Suppose login.
3, sir, 3.
Advanced search not required. Next search. Next prepaid charge. Next logout. How many?
4, sir.
4. Yes, sir, you scrolled up.
4. Observe. Login. Next search. Next prepaid recharge. Just a minute. Prepaid recharge or bill payments. Okay. Prepaid recharge. Next logout. Okay. For regression, tell me, Shashan, for regression. Observe login, logout, okay. No search, advanced search. Next
Bill
payment, prepaid recharge, common. Okay. Say login, no search. Advanced search. Next, just a minute. Prepaid recharge, no search. Bill payment, this one. Observation, first I am going to execute this one. Which one? Sanity. See, observe here I entered sanity. Sanity, just a minute. Run the, just a minute. Run the program. Run the TestNG suite. Run. Select TestNG suite. Observe, Sean, Ravindra, observe how many cases executed?
4, sir.
4. See, login, search, prepaid recharge, log out. Next, change to regression. Sean, change to regression.
Yes, sir. Include name equal to regression.
Here observe regression. Run the program. This time it has to execute 5 cases. Observe, Sean, how many cases executed?
5, sir.
5. Observe. Login, advanced search, bill payments, prepaid recharge, and log out. Okay, na Sumitra or some Sushma? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion, Ravindra? Grouping test cases?
No, sir, I'm clear.
Okay. Next,
So
come
you are
to.
going to. So you are going to include both test groups into
You
include and
try
then.
that one. You plan for that one.
Okay, sir.
You
Yeah, that is my next
see, I
question.
introduced basic concepts. If you have any ideas, implement. If you get good result or errors, mail me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool.
But that is
Parallel testing.
possibility, sir.
Pardon?
That will be possible, right? We can do
You
multiple groups at a time.
You try.
Okay, sir.
Increase your
No,
practice.
sir. Sir, in the test cases which you have written, I think there is one test case in which you included both groups, sanity
Both
and
groups. Yes. For example,
why-
in my project, this prepaid recharge is required for sanity as well as regression cycle 1 example.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
you
sir,
can include. Say, suppose 100 cases are there. Some 20 cases common. 10 cases exclusively for sanity. Suppose 60 cases exclusively for regression. Yes, you can prepare.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Say parallel.
So, sir,
Ah.
in include we can give both sanity and regression, and if we will execute both the test
Sean
cases.
already asked and I told. Just you prepare that script. I told. Sean already asked.
Okay.
Parallel test execution. Observe, Ravindra.
Yes, sir.
In our syllabus, no Selenium grid. Using Selenium grid, we can use multiple missions. At using TestNG single mission only, but it will create different threads. It will allot different threads. Operating system allots different memory units for test cases. Then we can execute. Suppose if you have high configured system, then we can execute multiple test cases at a time. Here I am going to introduce one point. Suppose parallel testing, executing tests in parallel. Parallel testing, for example, using, it is not our syllabus, Selenium grid. See, in real time also limited use. Okay. Here we use multiple, 2 or more. Okay, 2 or 3, multiple computers to execute tests. Next, parallel test, observes Swishma, parallel testing using TestNG or JUnit like testing framework. Testing framework. We use single computer to execute tests. Okay, here observe Shan, I am going to introduce one concept, operating system term, thread. What is thread? You know, Shan, thread?
There, as far as I know, is concurrent unit of execution, right?
Yes, good. A thread. A thread, suppose if you don't use multiple threads, what will happen? If it is high configured system or low configured system can execute your tasks continuously, means one by one, not in parallel. If you use multiple threads, parallel. Suppose nowadays all are high configured systems, so you can create multiple threads. A thread is a concurrent. A thread is a concurrent unit of execution. This is thread belongs to operating system, operating environment of execution. Here also XML required. Here also observe Shan, then you need to guide me. First, parallel test execution. Methods level. I want to execute methods. Methods means test cases. Just a minute. Next, parallel test execution classes level. Suppose I have 4 classes. First, I created 4 threads, all 4 parallel. Suppose I have 2 classes, 8 methods are test cases, 4 threads. Every 2 test cases in one thread, like that. I will show classes level. First, go for just a minute. Parallel test execution methods. Observe Ahalya. First, I will prepare XML file. And Shan, you ask na, in TestNG or JUnit or any testing framework, here XML not only for executing multiple programs or test cases, XML for different purposes, but that skeleton XML is sufficient for our usage of first usage, executing multiple programs or classes. Any confusion?
No, sir. No, sir.
Observe. Then you need to guide me. XML file for parallel testing. Here basic skeleton is suit parameter name equal to, suppose suit name suit just don't close. Don't close. Observe Shan. Space.
Equal to
Another value. Multiple. I am going to give multiple values. Multiple different. Any problem, Shan?
No, sir. I was thinking
You missed the equals are there.
Pardon? Yes.
Equal to. Suit name equal to.
Yes, I forgot that one. Here use space, no commas. Another value, parallel equals to single code. This is syntax. We cannot argue. Methods. If you write classes, class. That we will discuss in the next example. Classes. Again space.
Sir, I think only for the suit name the double quotes ends.
Yes, sir.
Pardon?
Suit name you forgot to close with double quotes. Suit name equal to the value
Yes.
attribute.
Yes. Okay. Just a space. Methods. Not single quote. Is also double quotes. Again space. Again space. Thread count. THREAD. Single word. Underscore. Not single word. No space equals to within double quotes. Suppose 2. Close. Observe, Sean, what is the meaning of this 2?
You have to include the forward slash as well to close the tag.
That is different. This is open tag only.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Observe, what is the meaning of this 2?
Is the thread count?
2 means 2 tests in parallel na.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if we have 4 tests, allocation depends on okay, just wait, Amita. Allocation depends on operating system. Suppose if we have 4 test cases in our execution, then you can create 4 threads. Otherwise 2. 2 means 2 test cases in first thread. The thread numbers also depends on operating system allotment. Remaining 2 cases in thread 2. Okay. In thread 1 2 test cases, thread 2 2 test cases. Suppose if you create thread count 4 test cases, 4 in parallel. Okay, we'll check. Next, test. Just a minute. Test. Parameter name equal to, suppose, test name. Close open tag only. Next, classes. Close tag. Next, in between, class tag. Here you can use one or more classes, multiple also. Class name equal to, within double quotes, package dot class name. Package dot class name forward slash close. Next, at the end, first close the test. Just a minute. Next, close the suit. Okay. Now guide me, Sean. Guide me.
Yes, sir.
Suppose, just a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guide me, Sean.
So to create an XML file.
First create XML file for parallel testing. XML not only for parallel testing. Earlier we used for multiple test execution and grouping test cases. Continue.
Yes. right click on the package ABCD.
Select package and right click, new, other, suppose
Select
TestNG, enter TestNG. Next, select TestNG class. Already source name and that one folder name populated, package name populated. Suppose class name, suppose class 1, now it is blank. Suppose Sean.xml. Finish. Edit this one. Suppose this first line not required. Avoid the confusion. Here
the
observe.
suit name. Name equal to
Suppose
suit.
A, B, C, D, class 1, okay. Test name, suit name, leave it. Use this one, remaining parameters. Suppose parallel equal to
Methods.
methods.
And thread count 2.
After double quotes, use again space, thread underscore count equal to, for example, 2. Okay, na? Any other? Now come to this class 1. Come to class 1. Just a minute. I will prepare 2 dummy cases or 4 dummy cases. You know the syntax, @test, @test. Suppose public void, suppose test case 1, open curly braces, observe. Suppose I am going to use one variable, observe Sean, long ID. What is long, Sean?
Says variable.
That is long is one data type, na?
It's a data type.
Data type. It is long integer.
Yes, sir.
Suppose long ID equal to thread dot, see, predefined concurrent thread dot get ID. This is only for understanding point of view, Sean. You no need to capture IDs, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
See, is it executing on multiple threads or not? We are going to check this one. We created 2 threads. That's why. But capturing this one is not mandatory. Control space. Suppose test case 1 successful. Next, just a minute. Concatenation, just a message optional. Okay. Thread count is close this one. Again concatenate. Sean, again concatenate.
ID, sir.
ID. Good. This is one. Just a minute. Suppose 4 cases. Test case 2, test case 3, test case 4. Suppose test case 2. You can write any meaningful. Successful. Test case 3. Successful. Test case 4. Successful. Try to run this one. What will happen, Sean, if you run this one? 4 test cases, 2 threads. What will happen?
That will print the statements,
It will
all
run.
the statements
It will
with the
run
ID.
2 test cases in first thread, remaining 2 cases in second thread. Na?
Okay, sir.
Run the program. Suppose TestNG suit. Oh, some issue. Run the program once again. I didn't change anything. This one also same. Observe what is the problem happened. Observe.
Sir, in the XML file, can you open the XML file?
XML
So what is the thread count here, sir?
2. It has to 2 at a time, na? Why it is showing like this? Observe test case 1. Anyhow, we are getting ID and capturing the ID. Then what is the problem? Run. Only one test case. Only one. Observe, Sean, any problem? Any XML file problem? File, I think, okay.
So you didn't put at the
I got
rate
it.
of
You forgot.
every
So
test.
you
Just a minute, one by one.
So you
So you
forgot
didn't
to
put
write,
at
I
the
think, the
Just a minute.
annotations.
First,
So can you,
some lady telling na, who is she? Continue.
Sir, you
Ahalya,
didn't put
continue.
annotations. You didn't put annotations at the rate of test to every test case. That's why.
Good, good.
yes, sir.
Yes. Sean, your answer also
Yes, sir.
same?
Yes, sir. This,
Okay, cool.
yes, sir.
Cool. Already in the note, first TestNG class I told, if you don't write at the rate test annotation, that method won't be executed. XML, run the program, TestNG suite. Observe, say allocation is depends on operating system. Observe, Ahalya, test case 1 and 3 on thread count 9 na.
Yes, sir.
Test case 2 and 4 thread count 10.
10. Yes, sir.
For example, thread count 4.
Okay.
What will happen, Ahalya? 4 cases in parallel na.
Yes, sir. All will run at a time. Yes.
Suppose if you have high configured system, you can create multiple threads. Over. Observe, Ahalya.
Yes, sir.
Allocation depends on operating system, random allocation. Otherwise, you try to implement priority process. Here, I didn't implement any priority process. See, observe. First case 9, second case 10, third case 11, last case 12. But this is execution completion. Suppose I think first three completed, then 2 completed. All are parallel only. Next 1, 4.
Yes.
Next, just a minute. Only 2. Leave it. Did we copy this one? Just a minute. Not copied. Just a minute. Copy the XML. You try to write XML first. Just a minute. XML file, then class file. You can create 1 or more classes. Class file. Class file. Just a minute. Next, Ravindra, come to this classes, Ravindra. For example, I am going to create one more class, Ravindra. One more class. ABCD new, suppose class. You can use any meaningful name, not only class 2.
Sir, in real life, how this parallel execution which you have just showed, like thread ID, can be useful? Like, I mean, when, for example, if you are automating a website, and I mean, this thing, how it can be useful in real life scenario?
Say, suppose yours is a small scale or medium application, you can use a framework. Suppose yours is a large scale application, that time you need to go for Selenium grid, multiple machines. Suppose if you have high configured machine, then you can split the memory using this thread concept.
Okay, so sir, this thread ID is the
Thread
number
ID,
which
you
is.
don't need to capture the thread ID. Thread ID allocation depends on operating system. Thread ID random. And one more thing, you no need to capture thread ID just for I want to show the concept. 2 test cases in first ID, the remaining 2 cases in second ID, like that. Otherwise, you no need to capture the thread ID. Internally, it will allot thread IDs. Suppose you have 100 test cases, 4 threads, it execute every 25 cases in one thread. You no need to capture. Then
Okay, sir. Okay.
this capturing is only for understanding purpose, training point of view. But in real time in our company, we cannot capture that one. Suppose if company management or customer asks, then you can capture. This is the syntax.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Welcome. Just a minute. You copy this one. Just a minute. For example, test case 5, class by class only, 6, 7, 8. Observe, Ravindra, after the class,
Yes.
Ravindra, instead of here we are going to use multiple classes, definitely it will execute class 1 first, then class 2 second. After this class, use the same example and try to use priority attribute and control the test execution process. Getting?
Okay, sir.
Observe thread count. Okay. Now change the Sean. For example, test case 5. Just a minute. 5 successful. Next 6 successful. 7 successful. 8 successful. Next, change the XML, Sean. Edit the XML.
Okay, sir. So how many threads you want to execute in parallel?
4 threads.
Okay, sir. That's it.
Next, one more change, important change.
Okay, the class name.
Not class, class name, and one more. Just a minute.
Parallel.
Yes, parallel equal to classes. This time.
Okay.
Suppose 2. For example, methods, instead of methods, classes. Okay, try to run the program. TestNG suite. Console. How many? Total 10. Observe, Sean. How many threads, Sean?
2.
2 threads. How many classes? 2 classes, na?
Yes, sir.
See, observe. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Yes,
4
sir.
on thread 9. Class
Thread
level,
9,
na?
yeah.
Next, 5, 6, 7, 8 on thread 10. Threads in parallel, not this time.
Yes, sir. But sir, the thread count is 2 right here.
Oh, here I used thread count. Just a minute.
4. We use 4,
No,
but I don't know why.
It didn't catch. Just a minute. First 2 I will check. Issues are there. This time 2 okay. Classes in parallel okay. Suppose 4. Run the program. This time also same.
Still.
Just a minute. Just
Sir,
what is the problem, Ahalya?
Sir, if the thread count is 2, that means it's taking the class level thread count, sir. That means it will execute all the methods in the 2 classes, right?
2 classes. Earlier I used for methods 2
Sir,
and 4 both.
Maybe we have 2 classes only. That's why it's counting only 2 threads.
Okay. I will check it. Class level. Now anyhow. I think maximum thread count. I think maximum thread count will be 2. I will check it. But in earlier methods, 2 and 4 both worked na.
Yes, sir. But my question is like, sir, we are using in class level since we have only 2 classes.
Yes. Maybe
it will do.
Maybe.
Yeah. If we have like 4 classes, maybe it will convert into 4 counts.
Yes.
4
Maybe
counts.
we will check. We will check it. Just a minute. Run the program.
Maybe it's an environment issue.
We will check.
No, I don't think so. Maybe we needed 4 classes.
Just a minute. You create one more class. Suppose
try with 3.
Class 3. Finish. Just a minute. Just a minute. In this class 3, suppose 9, 10, 11, 12. Just a minute. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 0, 9. Just a minute. Suppose this one.
Class 3. You can add class 3, sir.
Just a minute. Create one more class also. Just we will check it whether Ravindra's conclusion is correct or not. Methods executed both. Just a minute. Suppose 16, 15, 14 and 13. Okay. And one more thing, we need to edit the XML. Edit XML. Suppose 3, 4. Suppose thread count 2. Class level. Check this one. Observe Ravindra.
Still 2, sir.
I used thread count 2 only, but 4 classes in 2 threads, na?
Yes, sir. That is working, but yeah.
Okay. We
Sir,
will
can
Let's
you
see
change
with
it to
4.
4?
Next, this
Yeah.
time 4.
Sir, I didn't understand, sir, how did it work.
Pardon?
I didn't understand, sir, class level, how did it work? Like,
Suppose in a class some test cases are there, all test cases in one thread. Suppose if it is method level, every method in different thread.
yes, sir, but here you have taken parallel is equal to
Just a minute.
classes and count.
Just a minute. Now observe Ravindra.
Yes, sir. I'm winning.
9, 10,
There are
11, 12. Four threads, na?
Correct. But just want to see
Ah.
each class is into separate thread.
Separate thread. Each class into separate thread. Here maximum 4, na?
Yeah.
If you use 8 also, it won't execute. It will take 4 only. Now
Yeah, because
continue.
of we have 4 classes.
Four classes. You continue. Ahalya, what is your problem?
Sir, so at the class level, irrespective how many methods you have, it will
Yes, how many
execute as
methods you have? Entire class in one thread. If it is two methods or 20 methods or 4 methods.
Okay, so if I have 2 methods in class 1, 3 methods in class 2, 5 methods in class 3.
Yes, you try that one.
Each class
Yes, class level only.
Okay.
Suppose 4 threads. First thread, suppose allotted for first class. First class 2. Second thread, second class 3. Third class 5.
Okay.
Fourth class 4. It will execute class level. You try that one.
Okay.
Now
Sir,
it is-
and other doubt. Okay.
Ah.
So, for example, I want to run parallelly, like in class 1, I just want to run 2 methods in class 1, and in class 2, 3 methods, and in class 3, 4.
That is different class. Here, a possibility
Parallel.
available methods and classes.
Okay.
Not both.
Like I want to run those only selected methods parallelly from different classes. Is that possible?
No. Using these options not possible. We have to check for any other alternate. That is different case.
Oh, okay.
Say this is this one. Sean getting bit this one. Classes and methods. Got the point?
So, sir, one class is one thread, right?
One class is one thread. In that class, 2 methods are there, 4 methods are there. Forget about it. One class, one thread. You change the methods, Ahalya. You change the methods count in every class, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and try to use that classes level, methods level. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Suppose Java class 2 and tell me Supriya, she's
Yes, sir.
class 1. Any queries, Supriya?
No, sir, I'm fine.
What about you, Sushma?
I'm fine, sir.
What about you, Ahalya?
Sir, and I just want to ask, if I take parallel is equal to method, so if I take method thing, parallel is equal to method, then every method is a thread, right?
Method on each thread.
Okay, each method on each, and if I take class, every class is one thread.
Yes.
Taken as well.
Just a minute.
Okay.
I will show an understanding. Suppose parallel testing methods level, methods option. Parallel testing methods option. Next, parallel testing classes option. Now observe Ahalya. Suppose here one class method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4. You can implement different ideas. Suppose, for example, thread count. For example, 2 or 4. First time 2. What will happen, Ahalya?
Sir,
first I use thread count 2. What will happen? It will create operating system create through 2 threads. Then
yes.
Total 4 test cases na.
Yes, sir.
2 cases in first thread, remaining 2 cases in second thread, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Next 4 case. Next, suppose thread count 4. Here total 4 cases. 4
yes,
in unique thread. Suppose you are using thread count 4. Observe a different scenario. Observe Ravindra. Suppose we are using thread count 4, but methods 2 only. Then it will use 2 only, na?
Okay.
Observe Ravindra.
Yes, sir.
Suppose methods in your class 2 only, but you used thread count 4. What will happen? It will allot 2 threads only, na? 4 threads not required, na?
Yes, sir, because there are only 2 methods.
Only 2 methods. Suppose if you created 10 threads not required, it will use 2 threads only. Same way you observe classes. Suppose class 1, this one. You try with different sizes also. Next, class 2. Suppose common thread count 2. First thread count 2. Then what will happen? Ahalya?
Sir, that means each class is considered as one thread. So you
one thread. Suppose in class 1, 2 test cases are there or 4 test cases are there, it will allot 1 thread for first class. It will allot another thread for second class. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Suppose 4 classes are there, 2 threads, 2 classes, 1 thread, 2 classes, another thread. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Suppose 2 classes, 4 threads. Not required, na?
No, sir, because there are only 2 classes.
Only 2 classes. So it will use 2 threads only. Earlier, same. We did like that. Next, suppose the last example, 4 classes, 4 threads. What will happen?
1 class for each thread.
Each thread. Then tell me, any confusion?
No.
Okay. If you have any ideas, you try to implement those ideas. If you have any queries, then I will answer. I'm going to close the session. And one more topic, important topic, data driver provider. Data provider, sorry. One more important annotation in this TestNG is data provider, @data provider, that is used for data driven testing. Earlier we did data driven testing using text file, notepad. Tomorrow we will use Excel file. Excel is flexible than text file. Here rows and columns concept is there, tabular format. Text file means only lines concept, that is not correct one. Tomorrow I will show data provider annotation using Excel as test data file or resource. I'm going to close today's session. Any queries, Ahalya?
Sir, just a doubt, sir. There's other how to pass parameters to test case through TestNG, sir. I was just going through and have a doubt over there.
Tomorrow na data provider.
Okay, sir.
I didn't discuss data-driven testing in TestNG. We discussed data-driven testing in just Selenium with Java only. There we passed using that array indexes. Tomorrow only we are going to discuss data-driven testing in framework.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Amita answered. Supriya, any queries, Supriya?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Ravindra.
Sir, I'm fine, but I want to ask one thing for the team, sir. Can you allow me, please?
Tell me.
Hi guys. Can you send me all your assignments to my email ID, which is ravindra1012@gmail.com, so that I will combine together and send it to sir, so that we can discuss in one class, please.
Okay. Fulfill that Ravindra's requirement. I asked Ravindra to collect and send consolidated assignments list.
Assignments. Yeah.
So you coordinate with Mr. Ravindra. Next, Sean, any queries, Sean?
Yes, sir. I have two queries.
Tell me.
So today you have showed us the concept of using multiple attributes using annotation. TestNG annotation. For example, you used groups and priority together.
Yes.
So my first question is, we can.
Just a minute. Yesterday also I used multiple attributes. For example, depends on methods, comma, always run.
Okay, so sir, what is the maximum we can use, like multiple number of attributes, but is there any maximum, or we can use 3 or 4 attributes as well?
Okay, I will check and send that one. Actually, these are important things. I will check and send.
Okay, sir. And if we use multiple attributes, then the sequence execution is from left to right. Like today you use groups and priorities.
Multiple.
Whenever we use multiple attributes.
Sequence. Generally, programming execution sequence left to right. That is general rule.
Okay, left to right. So today you use 2 attributes, groups and priority. If I interchange, if I use priority, if I use priority first and group second, is it going to make a difference?
I didn't try that one. You try that one. Takes? Otherwise, it is it invalid syntax? Find out.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Next. Welcome. You check that one. You try that. You change that attributes. Will it take or show syntax error? Check that one. I didn't check that one. I will check if I find any leisure time. Sushma. Okay, Sean. Sushma.
I'm good, sir.
Okay. We will meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.